Well, running parallel to the Nuclear Security Summit this week in Washington, D.C. is the Nuclear Industry Summit. Today, that included a trade expo, a chance for people in the industry to come together and talk about the industry. And in this day and age, it often focuses on two main ideas. CCTV Sean Callebs joins us with the latest. Sean.
Yeah, and if you listen to Jessica, you can probably guess what those two are. They are indeed safety and security. Industry leaders from around the world gathered at the D.C. Convention Center today, a chance, they say, they wouldn't have had without the Nuclear Security Summit.
Trade expos like this one in the heart of Washington, D.C. are, of course, all about exhibitions. But there's also a small amount of salesmanship, too.
It's a radiation compass. So it's a radiation detector that also points to the direction of the radiation when it finds it. So
police, military personnel, and nuclear facilities might be interested in something like this. But nuclear energy, discussed by some of the smartest people in the world, can often sound a bit like a dog whistle, incomprehensible to the human ear.
And that's why it's possible to kind of combine material tests with fuel tests, with the isotope production, all in the same load.
But make no mistake about it, this is a showcase for the industry to discuss innovations, advances in safety, and as much as anything else in this day and age, keeping radioactive material out of the hands of terrorists.
Security is increasingly becoming important in the UK. It's becoming increasingly prevalent. It's becoming increasingly at the forefront of our thoughts.
Those have always been pillars of the industry, of the nuclear industry, and I think just given the global context, there's a heightened awareness of it, and it's always a wonderful opportunity to learn what are going on in different jurisdictions.
This is a model of China's new Nuclear Center of Excellence, a highly touted world-class facility for nuclear safety training.
So far, the largest one, the most comprehensive one in the world in terms of nuclear security education and training center.
And as much as anything, representatives at the expo had high praise for the Nuclear Security Summit. And many would like to see it continue once U.S. President Barack Obama leaves office. They say they view the industry gathering as a global meeting place to discuss research, technology, and nuclear applications in a changing world where nuclear safety and nuclear security, Rochelle, work hand in hand.
Now, Sean, it seems that governments really like the NSS, and then you have the industry that loves the NIS. But it started out as President Obama's pet project, so will it continue?
Yeah, that's a great question. If you think back to Prague in 2009 when President Obama made the very dramatic speech saying he thought that nuclear terrorism was perhaps the greatest threat that the world faced. And he pushed for the Nuclear Security Summit really on the heels of two nuclear accords that George W. Bush pushed through in the aftermath of 9/11. Now, many are viewing what they've done so far in just 4 meetings every 2 years as significant work. But there is a lot of work left to be done. Many say they have tremendous concerns about nuclear elements, radiological elements, as well as facilities. And until those are safe from theft or sabotage, they say that threat of terrorism always remains out there. So you're probably going to see a groundswell of support to make this, to find a way to continue the NSS in some capacity.
All right, lots of information there. Thank you so much, Sean Callebs.